Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, so just wanted to have a short hour long. I don't know how long this video is going to go. There's just a couple things I wanted to talk about. So I haven't been doing, I haven't really been doing a lot of card hunting videos as much. And the reason is because of this. Here in California, gas prices have gone over $6 a gallon. I just want to also talk about a couple other things about the hobby. I'm on Instagram, right? I have an account on Instagram, Cdub's Cards. I have an account on Twitter. It's Cdub Cards. Someone already took the Cdub's Cards. But anyway, so on Instagram, sometimes, I'll be looking through and I'll see, someone selling like a LaMelo card for $7,000. Someone's selling, LeBron, Michael Jordan card for, $5,000, $8,000, crazy amounts, right? And after seeing these cards at these prices for this long, or what I mean is multiple times, it's just, I don't know, it kind of like, for me, it kind of makes me feel like, man, am I ever going to really be able to get some of these cards? These cards are out of my league. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I would actually get a Kobe Auto card, but I did get it. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes you just see all these crazy cards over and over. And I see a lot of content where they're talking about how they're selling cards or, it's their business. And I'm not in any way saying that's a bad thing at all. There's times where I think, man, if I had full time, if I can do this whole card thing full time, what would I do? And sometimes I think about that. But the truth is, I have a full-time job. So, and I got to take care of my family. So I can't just drop the job and say, hey, I'm going to start selling cards full time. My wife would probably have a heart attack, or who knows, maybe I would have a heart attack. I don't know. What I'm getting at here is, what was it that you really enjoyed about cards, sports cards? Let's say when you were younger, or maybe even recently you just got into it. When I was a kid and I, went to my first card shop, baseball card shop, I think that's what they were called back then. The thing that I really liked was just cool cards, the hunt for cards, opening packs, being able to see if you can get a player that you liked or that you enjoy, learning about cards that are rare, cards that, you have to open 200 packs, 500 packs, 1,000 packs to get this card. And sometimes it was just sometimes just the design of the card. I don't know if you guys remember the classic Bo Jackson black and white card where he's holding the bat and he's got it. I think he had his pads on. It's just a classic card, Even the MJ rookie card, classic card. But I remember even that card, okay? I remember looking at the Beckett when I was a kid, and I remember that card was being valued at, 3, 4, 5,000, somewhere around there. And now it's like cards are selling for, $250,000, maybe $1 million, depending on what the card is. I guess what I'm really trying to get at here is, what is it that you like about this hobby? And I'm still sometimes shocked. When I first really started getting back into this in about 2020, and I realized, man, people are treating this as like a stock market. People are really treating this as an alternate way to invest your money. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I'm not saying that's bad. What I'm saying is, what is it that really attracted you to cards in the first place? Was it the design of the cards? Was it the players, the odds of pulling something good? Was it a certain insert? Was it a certain parallel? What was it for you? Nowadays, also, you have other people who are, and I'm still, I kind of have mixed feelings on this, but I've seen some people on Instagram who they'll take a card, for example, like something like this. They'll cut out Killian Hayes, cut him out, grab a background from another card, and they'll place the player on that background and customize it. And I guess they call it card art. Oh man, there's a big old spider over here. I don't like spiders. I don't really like spiders. Why is it gotta be right over here? Anyways, yeah, so they call it card art. And, I've seen some really cool ones. For me, when I first saw that, I was like, don't damage the card, man. How are you gonna take an X-Acto knife and start cutting up the card? And, that's just, but at the same time, some of it is cool, and I appreciate the talent. I appreciate the creativity behind it and the patience. Because man, if it was me, I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I'd have the patience to really just cut up. Sorry, I keep looking over here. To cut up the design. What if I messed it up? What if I made it too jagged? You know what I'm saying? Man, I feel like there's so many other things I wanted to talk about, and the time's just rambling on. Okay. I had enough of this. Okay, so where was I? There's so many different parts of cards, so many different things that can attract somebody to them. A lot of people want to flip. Hey, that's cool. They want to buy a card. They would probably buy this Kobe autograph card, and then maybe a week or two later, if they found someone who was interested and they were able to make a profit, they would do it. Then there's people who long holds or long term, like, hey man, if I buy this Illusions mega box, should I hold this for like 5 years and then resell it? Is this a good hold? There's just so many different things to it now, and I can't really, to be honest, it took me a while to really get that Kobe card. It took me a while to buy a bunch of packs, to open a bunch of packs, to sell a bunch of sealed items. Not really sell, but traded. As you guys may or may not have seen in the video where me and my pops rolled out to Burbank to get the card. But for the most part, a lot of these cards are really outside of my price range. So I think that can kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like even when I see people with crazy cool cards, I'm like, man, how am I going to compete with these guys? You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. I've screenshotted so many pictures of cards that I thought were really cool. Especially a lot of Kobe autos, really cool ones. But they go for like 7,000, 8,000, 5,000. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I did stumble across something that I never heard about regarding cards. It's called stack sales. And I found this guy, he's on Twitter, Dixon Cards, and he'll post a card and he'll say, hey, add this to your stack for $3, $4, really good prices. And the first person who just replies back to that tweet and says take, then he will allow that card to go into their stack. And then, he has all these different rules. Like if your stack gets up to a certain amount, then he requires you to pay half the value, and then he ships everything out. And so I think it's just I think it's a cool way to like build up your collection and not have to spend, crazy amount of money. So anyways, what do you guys think? What was it, if you're still watching this video, what was it or what is it that you really enjoy best about the hobby? Honestly, one of the cool things also that I wanted to talk about is it's not necessarily always about the card or, trying to find a card or sell a card. One cool thing that I've really appreciated is just being able to meet different people who have the same interests in the hobby and just learn from them, or maybe even just hear stories, just listening to stories about, some crazy car that they either pulled or sold or traded for, stuff like that, and just a lot of really cool, genuine people in the hobby. I hope you guys are really doing well. If you're watching, I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Man, is it Friday yet? Nah, not even close. Cdub's out.